Hello and welcome to Blue Club Sports. My name is Ian, and today's video we're going to be doing a farewell video for Timo Werner. It's all but certain that he's going back to RB Leipzig after two years at the club. But before we get into it, I just want to cover two things I'll be covering on this channel, so you can expect it. I will be watching the first preseason game of the New York Giants, so I'll be giving a post-match or post-game video about that, giving my thoughts on that game and also storylines coming out of training camp for the New York Giants. And also I'll be covering the this weekend's event for the PGA Tour playoffs, the FedEx Cup playoffs. Rory is going to be back, so definitely going to be watching that and giving my thoughts on that. I'll try to give you a post-round recap like I did for the British Open, but things happen, life happens. But those are the two things for sure coming this week on the channel, just to give you guys a heads up. But let's get back to the topic at hand. Timo Werner's leaving. Kind of sad about it. Did not like the way it concluded, with Timo Werner saying basically he's happy to play for another team. Thomas Tuchel saying, hey, look, you get paid over 200,000 pounds a week. And, I'd be very happy to be in your situation over here. And you're over here talking about, well, I could leave Chelsea and all that. But I don't really want to get into it. He's been sold, basically. He's been sold. It's just a matter of hours until he passes the medical and holds up the shirt again. But Timo Werner, I would give him a 6 out of 10, but the best 6 out of 10 you can be. So yes, he was wasteful in front of goal, only scoring 23 goals in 89 matches in all competitions for Chelsea Football Club. But Timo Werner had moments. He really did. He was basically, how they call Cristiano Ronaldo Mr. Champions League. He's basically Mr. Champions League for Chelsea, but from Wish. He had great moments in the Champions League. He scored against Real Madrid, and even last year in the Bernabeu, he was supposed to score that winning goal. And I will take it to the grave that Chelsea should have won that match. The handball versus Marcos Alonso was very, very unfair. And it was kind of shady that they only showed that one camera angle. I could be wrong. I watched the game live. They didn't show me a different camera angle that it shows the ball being touched by Marcos Alonso. So, but I don't want to talk about the past, even though we're going to be recapping what Timo Werner has done. But Timo Werner should have had another winning goal, clinching us a spot in the UCL semifinals. It would have been against Man City. So yeah, that would have been a little scary. But Timo Werner, everything else but the goal scoring, he was phenomenal in, putting in a fucking effort, working his socks off, but that's why the fans loved him. And this is why I'm not trying to take another shot at Pulisic, but this is why I try to educate the American fans that say, all Chelsea fans, they're ungrateful, they're assholes towards the players, and that's not the case. You look at Timo Werner, he's just as wasteful in front of goal as Christian Pulisic, but why do they like Timo more? Because Timo Werner, every time he gets put into the game, he works his ass off. He deserves that game check. He puts in an effort, whereas Pulisic, I cannot say the same. He's always on the floor, he's always complaining, he's always whining. And then you add the fact that he's not clinical enough. It's not surprising that less people like him than Timo Werner. But to get back on topic, Timo Werner leaving the club, very sad to see. But, good memories. And I remember when we signed him, we paid the release clause from RB Leipzig. And he said, look, I'm here to win the Champions League. I think we have this team to do it. And I thought he was crazy. I was like, well, I've been watching this team, and especially during Project Restart, and maybe we were struggling to beat Sheffield United away from home, and I was just like, where's he getting this from? but he saw something I didn't. We made a few additions here and there with Hakim Ziyech and Kai Havertz, of course. That really helped. And then the addition of Thiago Silva really helped as well. But, yeah, I think the fact that we won that Champions League, and I kind of sensed it. When Timo Werner played, he put effort in all games, but you could tell somewhat that the Champions League, that's when he came out to play for real. That was when Timo Werner, when he was on the left, he was really good. But yeah, I just wanted to do a quick video saying my goodbye, thanking him for what he's done for the club. Don't want to have it go on too long, but yeah, Timo Werner, his legacy is that he was a big part of that Champions League winning team. Just like N'Golo Kante, just like Jorginho, just like Olivier Giroud. I think those players had a big role in the journey to the final. And I think the fact, if anyone thinks that he was useless, he is no way in the bracket of an Alvaro Morata, in the bracket of Romelu Lukaku. Do not put him in that class. If you're putting him in that class of Chelsea flops, then that's utterly disrespectful and uncalled for. Because I think Timo Werner he's way better than those. And time will serve him kindly. When people look back at, the Champions League winning team 10 years from now, they're going to credit Timo Werner. What has Romelu Lukaku won? What competition did he play a big role in? None. All he wanted to do was go back to Inter Milan 6 months into his Chelsea career. And that's, I could talk about Lukaku, but I don't want to. He's just a snake. But we all know that, right? But Timo Werner, thank you for doing what you've done for this team, winning the cup. And I think, like I said, I would look back on his time fondly. Yes, I will admit he's wasteful in front of goal. I'll give you that. But when you really look at the impact he made, the pace, the effort, the playmaking ability, always he was being unselfish maybe too often, trying to find someone in the box instead of taking the shot himself. But I think overall, he was a good player. Yes, it ended sourly, if that's a word. But it didn't end well. Him and Tuchel were kind of going at it. And yeah, the last game we watched of Timo Werner is the preseason game against Arsenal, where he just looked super disinterested and looked like he'd rather be playing Fortnite or putting ketchup on his eggs, even though that's the one where he's like, oh, I don't know why they do that. But yeah, Timo Werner, I will give you the Timo haters. I think social media has treated him kindly. If he played for Chelsea before the age of social media, then I think a lot of fans would hate him. But it's the new age here where you can showcase your personality as well as your footballing ability. And I think Timo Werner is well liked by the fans. It's going to be I still think it's a big loss because yes, you can say we replaced him with Raheem Sterling, but I'm not sure. There's still a lot of question marks about this front line. Is Pulisic going to be well? Who's the striker? Is it just going to be, are we going to play Kai Havertz as a false nine all season? Yes, he comes up in big moments, clutch goals, but not consistent enough to win the Prem. You need someone to score at least 20 goals for the team to win the Prem. And we just don't have that type of a player in the club, sadly. But yeah, just to focus back go back to Timo Werner. Thank you very much. I think, I think anyone that's slandering him, saying he was the utter flop, is wrong. And yeah, I just want to say thank you. And yeah, I didn't want to make it too long. But yeah, that's all I got to say on this video. If you've been enjoying the Chelsea content, then please drop a like. Subscribe. If you're a Chelsea fan, this is a must-follow channel like I've said before. I'll be covering every Chelsea match that I can, which will be the far majority. And I'll be doing pre-game videos if I can, but for sure I'll be doing post-games for every match we have, and then I cover Premier League in general. I will also be having a Manchester United opinion video coming up, so if you're a Man United fan, I'm probably going to give you more reason to hate me, but, you know, it's YouTube. You can voice your opinion, like I can voice mine here, so looking forward to having that debate as well. But yeah, if you've been subscribed, thank you. If you haven't done so, please do so. And yeah, you have a good day. Thank you very much. And thank you, Timo Werner.